Claire-asana today. Just curl up and rest. All right, let's start in our centering position. So the seated variation is what we're used to, right? If you're practicing lying down, it's just a mountain pose, or like Shavasana. So if you prefer to do standing, I almost never throw this out there, you could start in a standing mountain pose. So the focus is on the belly. Inhale, belly rising. Exhale, belly softening. So let it be a natural breath as opposed to a forced breath. Feel yourself being breathed. And just take note if you have that adrenaline still rushing through your veins. Your shoulders and your upper chest might be doing some of this business. And if that's true, don't beat yourself up. You can take a hand on the heart, hand on the belly. And then it'll become more obvious when the belly moves, rising with your inhale, softening with your exhale. You can keep your hands where they are or rest them back down. And thinking of an intention, the importance of an intention lets you focus like a flashlight on your practice. So if you wanted to feel a certain way today during your practice or after your practice, that might be your intention. And you can seal that intention in, bringing your hands to heart center. Take your chin down towards your fingers. And we'll allow the hands to just release. And let's take some circles with the nose, just a little bitty. Or if you have vertigo, maybe you don't do circles. We can get a little bigger. Hit a road bump. And then we'll go around in the other direction. Well, that's hard to do while walking. And then come back to neutral and draw that line across the horizon with your nose. Still breathing. The next time that your nose comes over towards your right shoulder, we'll leave it there. Make sure your shoulders feel stable and down away from your ears. Then we're going to nod. And let's slowly work our way over to the other shoulder while nodding. So we can be like a little bobblehead. Still breathing. Chin parallel to the floor again. We'll bring it all the way back to neutral and shrug those shoulders up like you really don't know. And exhale, release. Again, shrug, inhale. Exhale, release. We're going to roll the shoulders back a little bit. Get the shoulder blades moving. Okay. See if you can invite the sensation of a stretch on the front of the shoulders. One more swim backwards with each arm. And then we'll come back and cat-cow just for the thoracic spine. So I'm going to arch just the upper back. Well, that's my intention. I know that all the little vertebrae are moving, but I'm thinking and focusing on the ribs, the sternum, and right between the shoulder blades. And then just come on back to neutral so we can twist. Well, you know what we haven't done in a long time is our twist with the brain stuff. So let's do that with the right index finger pinching the thumb. We're twisting to the right. Inhale, reach that arm back. On your exhale, open your hand as wide as you possibly can. We're bringing it as far as you can across the body. And middle finger is next. I feel like that gets me to breathe a little deeper. We're pinching the ring finger, bringing in a little bit more energy. And then the pinky, this time we're going to hold into the twist, but you get to release your arm. Just release it all the way down. And maybe if you have the right chair structure, you can push into that right hand to elevate your spine. Deep breaths through the belly. On your inhale, come on back to neutral. Good. Feel that imbalance. And then we'll take it to the other side, left index finger. It's a strong pinch. If you remember, it activates the connections into the brain. I feel like it's supposed to help memory and concentration, and I'm sure it does. Just maybe I don't do it enough. All right, we're on the pinky, and this is where we get to hold the twist, not the breath, and you can release your hand. Use that hand like a tent stake to elevate your spine. And then belly breaths. One more breath. On your inhale, come on back to neutral. And then we can cat-cow the whole spine if it feels right. Exhale, arch and round. Inhale, roll those shoulders back, lifting up through the heart. Not so much into the cervical vertebra. As always, just gonna keep that neutral in the neck. After this exhale or cat pose, we'll come back, stack the shoulders, and let's check in with the position of the head. So we're gonna do our little chicken head, draw the chin forward and back with stable shoulders. It's hard to talk while doing this. All right, one more, jut your chin out and then draw your head back, nice and tall and proud. And then from there, we'll take our lateral stretch for the spine. Modify your arms as you need to. Maybe you reach up and over. Let's find a place to hold here. Just for a whole solid breath or breath and a half. With a focus on that belly breath again. When you feel ready, switch sides. Through neutral. Very long asymmetric holds deserve a nice symmetric flow. So let's do another cat-cow with our giant arms hugging a big beach ball. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, arch and round. We'll just do one more. I say one more. I could have done like 8 more. All right, let's see what our hips are feeling like. So we're gonna scoot to the edge of the chair, and I know on some videos my feet are cut off, but we can't have it all today. So we're gonna windshield wiper. Good. If this is done if you're lying down on a mat. So I'm recording, so I want to give more options for people who watch the recording. So if you wanted to, you could do this laying down, but being very careful of the knees. And then we'll go into our side lunge. There's an asterisk on this one for sure. So make sure you feel stable in your chair. Hold on. We have the right knee pointing straight down. Toes are tucked for stability. Shoulders, you can even lean back, of course, to get that stretch in your hip flexor and into your thigh. You can reach your arm up. You can come over your head. All these things feel wonderful. the most wonderful feeling is the breath. So let's take one more full, complete breath cycle. You can release that arm. Let's sneak in a little bit of work for our oblique muscles, or AKA muffin top. So we're going to take fingertips to the shoulder, the outside shoulder. Hold on to the chair, please. Inhale, lift, and reach that elbow up. And really think about and focus on squeezing your oblique muscles to pull that arm down towards your hip while breathing. Maybe one more. And then we can come back. Ooh, plant that foot. We were there for a long time. Let's do something neutral in between sides. Let's reach those arms up like an extended mountain. And then we can just relax those arms. We'll come over to the other side. And first it's the old stereotypical lunge. So making sure everything's lined up, and we'll be here for a good handful of breaths. So if you want that arm up or not, leaning back to get that stretch on the front side of this leg. Really good after a long hike, right? Or if you're seated for a long time, to stretch out these hip flexors. One more breath. And we'll come back and stack everything up aligned, right? Aligned like a nice little Lego set. So fingertips to the shoulder, it doesn't have to be, it can be to your head. Whatever's comfy. Elbows lifting straight up. And the alignment is super important here. Just kind of squeeze down towards your hip. I say this, and we're almost done with the second side, but it's important to really finish out that exhale and use that exhale as an engagement to fire up those muscles. All right, maybe one more. And then somebody's about to go into REM sleep, so if she trips out, she's not having a seizure. We're going to come back to neutral, stretch those arms up. Okay. Maybe you keep your arms up. Maybe we'll go into chair pose from here. So I say maybe. You can drop your arms if you like. I'm going to put my weight into my feet and hinge those hips up and just spend a moment feeling like, okay, it's too much for my shoulders, so I'm going to drop my hands down to heart center. If it's too much for your knees, come on up to standing. How's your breath? Ooh, out of breath. Slowly make your way up to mountain pose and just kind of do that dry erase board. Get rid of some of that tension. Okay, let's take our little down dog or a big down dog. Little down dog would be just here. Taking care of stuff on your back. So walking those feet back, check in with the distance between your feet, should be about a fist and a half. And walk your dog. Bend one knee and then the other, just kind of loosening up the hips and the hamstrings. Good. And let's mosey on forward. I can say that because I'm in Texas. Pushing the chair down to lift up through the heart. Good, and then find neutral, mountain pose, check in. Check in, it's almost like an after picture. So the before picture, seated mountain, breathing, belly breathing. Just barking in her sleep. All right, and revisit your intention. Just for all it takes a little moment. And we're going to take warrior two, so we'll get the feet nice and wide, turn the toes, right toes, bend into that right knee and feel solid into your feet. She's fallen off of her pillow. Take the arms out and gaze so we're gonna do a little bit more powerful standing poses. So just keep it really simple with your side angle on this round. Use your core muscles. There are those obliques again. And then we'll come back up through warrior two. Big breath in, try to reach around the world again with your fingertips. And on your exhale, release your arms. We'll straighten the leg, turn the toes, come all the way back and just do a couple of heel raises, neutralizing everything. I say just a couple heel raises and then maybe just a chair pose. This time lightning bolt arms, squeeze your shoulder blades, palms should be open. And then come back up. I wish I could fall asleep that quickly. Oh, she's so funny. All right, so wide feet. Let's get back here. Turn those left toes, bend into that left knee, and we'll get our arms out into warrior two. How's your breath? Our gazing point is at the tip of that left middle finger. We can drop that right hand, flip the left hand, and reverse warrior. Good. How's your breath? Eyeballs stay open. And we'll come back through warrior two. You can release your arms, just kind of take it easy, explore how your side angle feels. Drawing your head back. So see if you can find that position where we're doing our chicken head. So drawing your head back. Engage your core muscles back up through warrior two. One more big breath, spreading whatever needs to be spread around the world. Peace, probably. And then we'll release those arms, straighten the leg, turn the toes, heel toe in or step it in. Excuse me. And we'll take the arms up again, reaching up this time. Extended mountain pose. Good. Maybe keep the arms up and sit the hips back one more time. You get there and you're like, nope, my shoulders, my neck are not happy. Drop your arms. Still in chair pose. I probably, from the video, looking straight ahead, just looked like I got shorter. So if you wanted more work, you could sit the hips back even further. Feet are okay apart, together, or wide. Okay, we'll come back up nice and tall and just shake it all off. So, let's do another little round of warrior two stuff. So with our feet wide, we'll turn the right toes. Good, bend into that right knee and get those arms out. So let's shoot for about, we'll say 4 flows. So the first one, we'll kind of take it easy. We'll see how it feels to drop that left arm, flip the right arm. Our inhale, we'll bring that arm up, reverse warrior. And the exhale into side angle. This is where we can take it easy on the first one again. And then inhale, come back, reverse warrior. And exhale, maybe you take that elbow up or the hand. Inhale back up, reverse warrior. And we have 2 more, so explore. Maybe you go a little further, maybe not. The core is doing a bunch of work. Yay. And then this will be the last one on this side. Come back through warrior two. If you feel like building a little bit more bone density, more muscle, you can stay here for another couple of breaths. If not, I probably should share that alternative. Maybe you come to mountain pose. On your exhale, you can float your arms down. In between sides, go ahead and take a little down dog or a big down dog. Perhaps an up dog. Find your mountain pose, check in. go do the other side, of course. Wide feet. And we'll take left toes to turn them. Bend into that left knee. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Widen those arms for trying to touch opposite walls. So same thing on this side. We're going to drop the right hand. Left arm lifts. There's your inhale. And the exhale is kind of an easier side angle so we can make sure our brain gets the position right. Inhale, reverse warrior, exhale, side angle. Drawing the head back. We have one more to do. Into our warrior two. On your exhale, you can float those arms down, straighten the leg, turn the toes and heel toe, or step it all the way back in. Let's do another down dog and up dog. So down dog for maybe 2 breaths. On an inhale, walk back up and come into your up dog for 2 breaths. And then find your mountain pose. We'll balance a little bit. We'll work on some power in our balance today. Let's see, I know we have people taking care of knees, so we're going to opt out of my first plan. So plan B, plant into your right foot, grow those roots, imaginary roots. Visualization helps, of course. And let's have some fun. We'll do this one where we're picking up the heel on the other foot. So we're checking in with the hips that are staying level. Shoulders drawn back in good posture, heads drawn back in good posture. And maybe you take that would be your right hand onto the chair and you know it's there, right? Or if it's in front of you, if you can. We're going to pick up that leg just a little bit. Start to trust your power, your core. There. All right, we're going to build more trust. So ground down into your left foot. Right heel comes up. And start those positive messages. I'm building my balance. My balance is getting better. Right? Hold on if you need to, or drop your foot. Easy breath. The breath will convince the mind that you're safe. And flexing this foot to help support and engage around the knee joint. Okay, there we go. We'll drop that down, take a little chair pose. Come back up without gripping the toes. Visualize the surface of your foot. We have those tripods under the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and center of the heel. So right leg's grounding, left leg's lifting any amount. So you can keep your toes down, right? Especially if you're feeling a little off balance. So you can tiptoe over, or you can pick that leg up. And just play around with coming off to the side with your foot flexed. If it's in the air. Ooh. And then we'll come back. All right, you can drop that foot. I notice a whole lot of work going on in my standing ankle, which tells me my ankle needs to be a little stronger. So yay, we're doing this. This is one way to get your ankle stronger. Same thing, so soften your jaw. Maybe smile a little bit. Take the frown out of your eyes. Breathe. And then come back. Plant your foot down. Just for variety, we'll take our feet out a little wider, sit the hips back for chair pose. Neutralize and strengthening symmetrically those stabilizer muscles in the hips. And then we can come up. And this will, maybe it'll be the last one. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So right leg's holding us up. Remember this? We've done this before. We're gonna pick up, as an option, your left leg. Here goes our thumb. This one's a little different from what we did earlier. So we're starting with a fist, and then we're gonna peel open one finger at a time. If you're comfortable, follow the hand. I have my other hand on the ready to grab that chair. Good. We're gonna do that one more time, same side. Oh, my leg's killing me. Oh, come back. Make sure you're breathing. And then drop it down. Very asymmetrically strengthening. So just kind of shake it all off for a minute. Well, not a minute. We'll say a moment. Okay. Let's go to the other side. So with a beginner's mind, maybe rock a little bit back and forth in your feet. Shrug the shoulders. All right, my balance is getting better. Shift your weight into your your left foot, left leg. Posture, breath, bring ease into your face. And then we'll take that leg up. Notice we're not moving the leg, just the hand. We'll take our Fonzie thumb out and then peel open your fingers. Your choice if you want to follow the fingers. That's harder to balance with your moving your gaze. Coming back. Second time around. Drop that foot. Let's take that wide-legged chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands can come to heart center. Engage everything below the belly button. And just to take your mind off all the work your legs are doing, we'll take a nice little lotus mudra to remind ourselves that out of the muck and junk in our lives, around the world, there's always something beautiful that comes out of it. Oof. All right, and then come back up. Let's do a standing cat-cow. So we're gonna inhale and open the heart. Exhale, arch and round, tuck your chin. Good, all right, and then come back and just take a little natural twists here, keep it easy. And we'll do our three-way, we'll call it three-way arm warrior one. So we're gonna go, we'll do the same side 3 times. And on the third time, we'll pick our favorite, no, on the fourth time, we'll pick our favorite arm position. So I'm gonna start stepping forward with the right leg, warrior one, and the arms up nice and high. Good. And then come all the way back, step that leg back. Same leg, we'll do wide arms. Good, shoulder blades are working. And then come back, low arms. And then your choice. So stepping right leg forward, which arm position did you feel was best for you to hold for about 3 breaths? And that third exhale, you can step it on back. We'll do the same thing on the other leg. So left leg stepping forward, high arms. And then come back. Wide arms. And back. Low arms. And then come back. And then we get to take that same leg out, pick an arm position that worked especially well for you, or no arm position. Good, on that next exhale, come on back, and we'll neutralize the spine again with our down dog. Walk those feet back, Imagine the traction, so imaginary friend pulling the hips back, reaching forward with your head. And we'll do a lunge, a little high lunge from here. So I just took a little baby step forward. You're gonna bring the right foot forward and the left foot steps. It's a straight back, so all 10 toes are pointing that way. Heel is up on that back leg. And I believe, was it Wednesday, we kept it kind of easy, and you're welcome to do that or come back down to the seated lunge. Maybe a little bit more challenging today if you want to take your foot back a little further. You can take your left arm up. If you just want to do one arm, it would be the left, so you can get that beautiful stretch up on the left side of the body. If you want both arms, go ahead. This is where we have an opportunity to boost our energy. So taking the gaze up, widespread fingers, reaching, solid into that front foot. Good. And then on an exhale, float it all the way back into your down dog. And we'll come, lift the heart forward, left leg's going to step forward. Right leg back, your choice. If you want to go back further, it's a little bit more work. So heel is up, again, all 10 toes pointing forward. Get the shoulders over the hips, unless your low back is yelling at you, then you can come forward. We'll take right arm up if the right leg is back. Whoa. Maybe both arms. How's your breath? You can reach and get super active, or you can stay passive. It's your practice. On your next exhale, we'll come out of this pose, step it back, another downward facing dog. And walk those feet back up. It's a lot of potential for low back torture. No. I didn't say that out loud. Low back sensitivity stuff. We'll circle that out. All right, and then let's do a little brain work. Let's see, what do we want to do today? We haven't done our rock, paper, scissors in a long time, so let's do that. So one hand, whoops, I forgot I was recording on that device. So one hand is your table, the other hand is your rock, paper, scissors, and add the snap. Rock, paper, scissors, snap. It's easier if you're just looking at your own hands. And the goal is to kind of build that, it's a neuroplasticity, something simple like this. So the more we do it, the easier it becomes. The more the brain gets used to it. While breathing. So if you feel like your shoulders are clenching and your breath is disappearing, that's something that will help too. So just bring awareness in. Let's do a couple more on this hand. And then switch. Other hand, your table, rock, paper, scissors, snap. And you might have one hand that's easier to do than the other. Starting out slow eases frustration. Still breathing. And a couple more. All right, when you're ready, you'll just play the piano a little bit. Stretch out those fingers and your thumbs. Don't forget your little thumb. Good, and then reach it up nice and high. So another side stretch opportunity. Good. And I think we still have enough time. We'll get in a peak pose. So we've earned this. It's a more challenging. It's our triangle pose. And we'll hold with awareness like we were doing with our rock, paper, scissors, snap. So we'll start with awareness in your face even before we go any further. See if you can soften your face and keep it nice and gentle. So maybe even a little smile. So our feet, if you're going into triangle, our feet will be not as wide as warrior two. A lesser challenging option, if you want to take that, would be side angle, which you're already familiar with. So triangle pose, again, we're in that narrow pathway. So we don't want to lean forward at all, or definitely don't lean back. So we have the right toes turned out. You can pick up your toes and that will prevent your knee from locking. And we're going to take our time, hands on the hips, just to help with alignment. We're going to lean over toward those right toes as your left hip brings over toward my bookshelf, over toward your left. All right, there's the soft face. And there's your core muscles. So pelvic floor and core help to bring you back up. We'll do this, let's do it 2 more times. So the first 2 are, we'll call them practice rounds, just getting all those little tweaks. All right. And then the third one, if you choose to hold, nothing should hurt. So if you're holding, then you can bring the one arm up, head's drawn back. You can take your hand onto a chair, desk, your thigh, just not your knee. Reaching taller with your fingers. And then re-engage core with a soft face. Core, 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 all the way back up. Let's do reverse triangle just for a sec. Reaching your right arm up. You can relax your toes if they're still lifted. And then come all the way back. We need to neutralize this lovely little spine. So back to down dog. And then back. We can do the other side. So with your feet somewhat wide, your triangle, left toes turn, lift up your toes. Again, that helps so you're not locking your knee. So we'll take our little practice round. Drawing the head back, using core, and coming back up. Secondary practice round. Using core muscles to come back. And then the third one where you can hold as an option. So the goal is to feel some work. In class, we used to think the goal was to touch the floor or block. I'm not getting any younger. I don't even offer that anymore. All right, so use your core muscles when you're ready to come back up. Ooh, yay. Oh, reverse. Can't forget that one. Reverse triangle. And then back to neutral. Good. Turn all those toes forward. Take your down dog. And then we'll come back and take a slow motion sit. Make it part of the practice, part of the work. All right, I have my water. I'm going to use that as a weight. You're welcome to do the same, or you can hold literally anything or nothing. So it's imaginary weight. I think the water might be too heavy. I'm going to use my imagination, sorry, for core. So you can start to lean back a little bit. And we'll hold our arms out. If you have something super light or nothing like me, you can have your arms straight out. If it feels like too much, bend those elbows. So we're just going into our little infinity symbol. Start out really small. And awareness of, which direction you're going in. We're getting bigger because we will be switching directions. The goal is to get as big as you can. Slowly, slowly, so our backs don't start yelling at us. This is our last giant, big infinity symbol before we switch directions. When you get to the middle, switch and start small. And get bigger if you wish. you start to feel anything uncomfortable in your shoulders or your back, just stop the movement. We're going to do 2 giant big ones. Yep, working up a sweat. And I think that's it for those 2. Let's open those arms up. And on your exhale, we're going to reach, doesn't matter which arm, in front or on top for a hug. From our hug, let's lift the gaze and come into eagle arms. So just remember which arm you have on top. Bring your breath into your practice. Breathe between your shoulder blades. All right, so we're going to reach those arms open. Switch the cross of your arms for a hug first. Tucking the chin. Breath between the shoulder blades. And we can lift the gaze and fold your arms into eagle if they work that way. If not, stay in your hug. Ooh, good down dog. One more breath in between your shoulder blades. And slowly release those arms. We'll circle them out. Let's do one at a time. Great. And then roll on over to or twist on over to your right. Bring ease, invite ease into your neck and shoulders and arms. So let your hands feel supported on your lap or on your chair. Make sure you get all that exhale out. Next inhale comes back to the center. And we'll exhale over to the other side with ease in the shoulders, ease into your face. And then we'll come back to neutral. Another cat-cow. Exhale, arch and round. Inhale, lift up through your heart. Maybe one more. And come up nice and tall. Hug the right knee in, flexing your right foot. Tuck in with your left foot, so making sure your ankle's stacked right below your knee, like a nice tent stake. And then we're coming into pigeon as an option. If that doesn't work for you, you can take any other kind of movements. Wag your hip a little bit. Just kind of, it's a nice stretch for the hip. Foot is staying flexed and active. If you find you're not getting any kind of pleasant stretching sensation, you can lean forward and breathe into it. On your next inhale, you can come back up, release that leg, stretch the fibers all out again, and we'll massage the knee. Mostly the sides and the back of that knee. And then we'll get that leg in a tent stake position. We'll hug the left knee in. Flexing your left foot. We'll come into pigeon on this side. Getting nice and tall. Breathing into where you feel the stretch. You can hinge forward if you want a deeper stretch. See if you can soften into your face, your neck and shoulders. And then we can come back up, unfold that little leg, stretch it out, and massage the knee. Behind that knee joint. So let's go ahead and take our little nice, feels pretty firm massage. So reach over and grab the opposite side of your neck where your hairline meets your skin. And firm squeeze all the way down. Sending messages to that nerve, into the brain. Again, that all is well, all is safe. our self-massage for our immune system. Reach down, grab that right leg, brush stroking up. Only up in the direction of your heart. Get the groin, skipping any parts of your body that have had a lymphectomy. Belly and the right arm. And your axillary area. The left arm. Okay, and the sternum. Light tapping or light, very gentle fists. And take your tapping up to the mohawk line, to the tops of your ears. One more time, and then we'll take our thumbs to the base of the skull to massage that little notch back there. Work your way up for peace fingers, index finger behind earlobe, middle finger in front, nice firm circles in both directions. And we'll find the jawbone, lightly brush stroke on the bottom of your jawbone to your chin, down the front of your throat. And take it to the heart, and you can settle into your chair, or if you lay down, looks like Sue's outside, so on a nice lawn chair. Wherever you're at, wiggle around until you're 10% more comfortable. And many times, the stomach stays engaged, and we're not even aware of it. So that's my job to bring it to your attention. So just notice if it's at all possible to exhale some more tension out of your stomach area. Could be intestines, could be stomach, could be the muscles around that area because we work them so much. And then we'll go back into our traditional starting point, into the nostrils. Feeling the sensations in both nostrils as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. So we're watching the breath go all the way in. Watch that turning point, and then watch the exhale go all the way out, taking with it any toxins, all the toxins. There's that turning point, there's the inhale. We'll watch that cycle for a few more breaths. Breathing in fresh, clean nutrients, and breathing out toxins. And we'll do a quick gander around the body just for mindfulness. Not trying to change anything, but we're giving everything, just shining that light on the parts of the body. For awareness, for relaxation, for mindfulness. So we'll start the eyebrows. Let's become aware. Become aware of your eyes and the eye sockets. Keeping the breath in the forefront of your mind. And become aware of your cheeks and your jaw. Notice your mouth and your chin, your whole face. Notice your whole head. Top of the head, the back of the head, sides. Notice your ears. Enjoying the breath along the way. Become aware of your neck, your throat, your shoulders, and down the lengths of your arms. Become aware of your hands and all 10 fingers. Come back up and bring awareness into your shoulder blades in the back, the spine. You might imagine steam cleaning everything with your breath. Bring awareness and breath back around to the front, into the collarbones, the sternum, the ribs, the navel, down into the pubis, the hip sockets, down the length of the legs, from the top of the femurs, into the knees, shins and calves, into your ankles, all the way into your feet, and all 10 toes. And breathing in with your whole body, accepting that nutrients, the nourishment. Whole body breathing out, letting go of toxins, physical and emotional. Appreciating stillness for maybe just a couple more breaths. Deepening your breath. As you're starting to wake back up, the fingers, the toes, wrists and ankles. And stretch those arms up if you feel like it. Bring the palms together down through heart center. Thank you for taking time out of your day to practice your yoga. Namaste. Have a wonderful, safe weekend and happy whatever you're celebrating this week.